Welcome to
Car Rides with Little Miss Gigi.
a place where girls like you will be inspired by godly stories. Hi girls, it's Esther here. And today I'm by myself. Well, not really by myself. I do have someone here, but I don't have Valentina because Valentina is sick. So I'm sad that she's not with me, but I have a friend and it's Poppy.
Hello girls, it's so lovely to be here. I'm so excited. I love being with Esther and I really love being with Valentina too, but she's not here. However, I did have a lovely and wonderful idea and I think you're going to like it, Esther. I might make her a get well card.
Ah, that's actually a great idea. Can I sign in the card too?
What a brilliant idea. You could draw a picture too.
Yes, and I have stickers I can put in.
Ooh, I love stickers. Yes, let's do that as well. At this moment, I'm pretty sure Valentina will ask you what the story's about. So, what's the story about?
Well, the story is about May and Ginger. Do you remember May from our last story?
That sneaky little girl with the jam. Oh, I remember May.
Well, it's about food again. She gets in trouble because of chocolate panda cookies.
Oh, that does sound delicious.
And it's actually a really good story because she does something to her dad's car and gets in trouble.
I really don't understand how chocolate panda cookies and a car has to do with each other. Oh, I just can't wait to see what happens.
But before I tell you all the details, I want to know what's in your glitter box today.
Oh, that's right. Yes, come with me. Let's see what we have in my box today. This time in my glitter box, I want you to make a special card for someone who might not be feeling well. Or, if everybody's healthy, make a card to say why they are special. Maybe they are really nice to you, or maybe they're great at drawing, or maybe they're good at reading. Make a special card for a friend, an auntie, an uncle, a teacher, just to let them know how much you appreciate them. It's really nice just to let people know that they are special. It'll make them really, really happy. So right now, girls, I'm off to make Valentina's card. Until next time, bye!
Oh, thank you, Poppy. I love that craft idea. I want to make my card too for someone special. What's in the bookshelf? Let's check it out. On the bookshelf today, we have a book written by Carly Thompson. The book is Truth Seekers, The Princess and the Door. Let's see what it's all about. Here's a preview. Truth Seekers. A life-changing journey awaits Isabel Johnson and her bestie Josie Springwood when their teenage curiosity leads them beyond the stone door. They find themselves in another world, bursting at the seams with answers and adventures. Embark on this journey with the girls as they learn many life lessons about friendship, family, and faith along the way. Stay tuned, girls, because next time we're up, I'm going to be reading some parts of this book, and I know that you're going to love it. We're also going to do a really fun giveaway, so make sure you tune in next time. Okay, girls, it's story time. Just before we get into the story, I just want to tell you that in the story, there's a word that says the boot of the car. Here in Australia, the boot of the car means the trunk. So when you hear that word, you know that they're talking about the trunk. I hope that clears it up, and let's get into the story. May and the chocolate panda cookies. Mei-Ling Jade Carter is 8.5 years old. She has black hair, almond eyes, and a cheeky smile. She loves Ginger, her fluffy fat cat, and crunchy chocolate cream-filled panda cookies. But those delicious panda cookies will get her into trouble. Let's find out what happens. May squealed in delight and clapped her hands with excitement. "Daddy!" She ran into his arms and gave him a big squeeze. "Hey, Pumpkin," he said. Dad had been away on business for over a week and May had missed him so much. She was thrilled that her dad had come to surprise her and pick her up at school. May threw her bag in the boot and her eyes bulged with joy. In the corner, next to Dad's luggage, she saw her favorite cookies, chocolate cream-filled panda cookies. She licked her lips. Yum! She could just imagine the crunchy outside and the delicious gooey chocolate inside. "Daddy, you brought me chocolate panda? Can I have some, please? Her dad laughed. Patience, honey. I'll give it to you after dinner. May grinned. Oh, Daddy, you're the bestest. Her dad threw his head back and laughed. I hope I'm the bestest always, not just when I bring you cookies, he said, laughing. May giggled. You're always the bestest, Daddy. She opened the car door and plopped on the front seat. Does Mum know you're picking me up? Yes, I called her from the airport. Dad drove slowly out of the wild Maze Lake car park and chatted happily, but May's mind kept drifting to the delicious panda cookies sitting in the boot of the car. By the way, Pumpkin, Daddy interrupted her panda cookie dreams. Pastor Mike called me earlier and I need to go past the church to pick up some important documents. Okay, Daddy. May settled in the car and continued talking and laughing with Dad. But those panda cookies kept calling her name. Well, not really calling her, but she could almost hear them whispering her name, inviting her to eat them. Once at church, May got off the car with her dad and headed to the pastor's office. The worship team was practicing for a special program coming up that weekend. May asked her dad if she could stay in the church and listen. He said that was fine. A few of the worship team members said hi and gave her a high five. May sat there for a few minutes enjoying the music, but soon those panda cookies started dancing in her brain again. Suddenly, her stomach growled. Silently, she slipped out of the church and walked towards the car park. How she wished Ginger, her fluffy fat cat, was with her. Slowly, she made her way to the car and tried to open the boot. Ugh, it wouldn't budge. She went around the car, wriggling the door handles, but they were locked. Urgh. She thought for a minute. Maybe she could find an old key on the ground. She walked around the church, down rocky little areas, past the big shed. She rolled down her favorite hill and jumped over a few puddles, splashing her uniform with murky water. Oops! She ran to the bathroom and tried to wash the mud off, but each time she rubbed, it changed color and shape. She might as well leave it. She threw the soggy wad of toilet paper in the bin and headed out of the door to keep searching for something to open the boot. Leaning over, she looked for anything that looked pointy enough to get inside the car lock. Ooh, interesting. May stopped to watch a huge ant nest going crazily everywhere. A few carry little bits of food. I wonder where they're going, she thought to herself. Let's check it out. May leaned over and followed the ants. Her stomach growled again and she remembered the chocolate pandas. She needed to find something to pry open that door. May kept looking behind bushes, tree shrubs, behind the children's classroom, and even way near the dark, spooky tree near the sports field. Kids kept away from there. But today, May was too hungry to care and just ran to the tree and looked around. In the corner near the thick, lumpy trunk, she saw something. She moved a little closer and clapped her hands. It was a twig, stiff and sturdy and pointy. Yay! This would make a perfect key, May decided. She wiped it clean on her blotchy uniform and ran up the stairs to see if the stick would open the lock. She twisted, turned it, and wriggled it. But that little lock wouldn't open. She tried again and again, but it didn't work. Then suddenly, snap! The end of the twig broke off and got stuck in the lock. Oh no. She panicked and tried to get it out, but nothing worked. It was too little to pull out. She banged the boot with her fist to see if it would pop out. Nothing. May! Her dad called. May gasped. Then ran the other direction and came behind her dad. He mustn't know what she'd been up to. In the car, she was really quiet. What's wrong, Pumpkin? You okay? May nodded. Yes, Daddy, she squeaked. Once home, May bolted out of the car. She needed Ginger right now. Her heart was beating 1,000,000 kilometers an hour. She was so scared, but she was too afraid to tell her dad the truth. She would get in trouble for sure. May ran upstairs to her room and found Ginger sleeping peacefully on his fluffy pillow. May scooped him up. Ginger lazily stretched in her arms. She plopped on the ground with him. Ginger, I did something naughty, she whispered, stroking him softly. Ginger purred and rubbed his head on her uniform as if saying, What did you do? Well, I found a stick and tried to open Daddy's car, but it broke inside and it stuck. I think I broke Daddy's car and now he has to buy a new one. Mailing, Jade? Oh, Dad. He didn't sound happy. Slowly, May got up from the floor and headed downstairs, holding Ginger tightly in her arms. Dad was on the phone. Yes, that's right. He looked at May, paused, and then continued talking. Someone tried to pry it open with a stick. May swallowed hard. Ginger, she whispered. Help! Just then, Mum came out from the kitchen, wiping her floury hands on her strawberry-designed apron. She hurried to May's side and took her by the hand. "Come with me, May." Mum took her outside and showed her the car. There it was, the lock looking crooked from where Dad had tried to open it. The stick wasn't there, but the lock definitely couldn't be opened. "May, what happened?" Mum looked at her and frowned. Tears filled May's eyes. Mum shook her finger. "No tears, honey. No one has hit you or punished you. I want you to start learning to be responsible for your actions and to tell me calmly and with no tears." May swallowed and buried her head in Ginger's fur. She cleared her throat and tried again, her voice shaky. "Well, Daddy bought me chocolate pandas and I got really hungry and tried to open the car." "But it was locked?" Mum asked. "It was locked. So I tried and opened it with a stick." Ginger purred as if understanding what she was saying. "Oh, May," Mum rubbed her temples. "Honey, you need to think things through. Dad has to pay someone to come fix this." May held Ginger tight. She wished she could turn into a cat right now and not get into trouble. About an hour later, the repairman came and fixed her dad's lock. May watched from a distance. After Dad had taken everything out of the boot, he looked at May. "I will talk to you when I come back downstairs." May cringed. Oh, how she wished she really was a cat right now. Then she would run away with Ginger and hide forever. Mum called May to help her in the kitchen. May moved in slow motion. She washed her hands, put on her little cat design apron and set the table. She felt gloomy and her stomach was doing funny little somersaults. Before dinner, Dad took May aside and talked to her. "May," he started to say. "I'm sorry, Daddy, really sorry." May interrupted, running to him and giving him a big hug. She started crying. Dad let her cry until she was ready to talk again. "May, I'm really disappointed that you were impatient today." May nodded and hung her head. "It's so important to learn to be patient. The chocolate pandas are yours. I wasn't going to keep them. Why did you feel that you had to break my car lock to get them?" May sighed and wiped her wet face on her sleeve. "Well, I got really hungry and wanted to eat them." May swallowed hard. "Am I in trouble?" "What do you think?" May nodded again. She was ready to accept her punishment. Well, sort of. Dad gave her a little list of things she wasn't allowed to do for the next week. Number 1, no chocolate pandas until 1 week's time. "Oh no," May groaned. Now she really had to be patient. Not fun. Number 2, not going to play dates at Isabel's house. "Oh, not fair." Number 3, no technology. How boring. May looked down at the paper and then at her dad. She knew she deserved it, but he hurt her heart a lot. "Okay, Daddy," she whispered. He gave her a big hug and told her to get ready for dinner. May made her way upstairs. Ginger followed close behind. "Ginger," she said, "I need to learn to be patient. Will you help me? It's too hard." Ginger purred and bolted up the stairs. May giggled and ran after him. Her heart was feeling much lighter. 1 week later, May sat outside under a tree with Ginger. She opened her little box of chocolate panda cookies and smelled the sweet, delicious gooiness. She popped one in her mouth and closed her eyes. Ginger, these are the best cookies in the whole world." She popped another one in her mouth and nodded her head happily. She was glad she had been extra patient for 1 extra week. Her parents were proud. May knew that Jesus was extra proud of her too.
Oh, that was such an awesome story. I have to admit, I was a bit nervous in some parts for May. She can be a little bit sneaky and a little bit naughty too. But I'm glad she did the right thing in the end.
And don't you agree that those chocolate cookies sounded delicious?
Oh, I would love to have some right now.
Me too. Oh, maybe I can make us some.
That would be delicious. And we could take them to Valentina with the card.
Hey, that's a great idea. And you know what? I'm going to share this story with her today.
She will just love that.
I agree. So girls, what was your favorite part?
Don't forget to send us what you liked best to Girls Express. We love hearing from you.
And you can get the details below. You can email us at storiesforgigi@gmail.com. And you can also record your voice because we'd love to listen to your voice. And I'm sure all the other girls will too. So enjoy the story, write to us, do your cards, and have a fabulous time.
Until next time, bye!
Don't forget that you're Gigi, gorgeous in God's image.